Welcome back, dear students. Today we are going to discuss about the means of spread of the diseases. Yeah, yeah, we are getting the disease from the different means. So those are direct contact through air, indirect contact. So like direct contact means a touch. So indirect contacts, direct contacts. So air, water, food materials, some are the organisms like a mosquitoes, insects, animals. So these are the different means of spread. So let us discuss one by one. Through a common cold. So generally seasonal effect we are getting the cold is general thing, right? Yeah, common cold is a one of the disease. So it is reached through air. So actually it is caused because of the virus, right? Yeah, through air, different kinds of diseases we are getting through air. Those are the common cold, tuberculosis, say this, TB, tuberculosis, right? Pneumonia. In Telugu, we call it IMU, so pneumonia. So these are common cold, tuberculosis, pneumonia, etc. These are the transmitted through air, right? Through water. So different diseases we are getting through water, like a cholera, amoebic dysentery, etc. Most of the organisms present in the water. So these microbes will be cause the diseases like a cholera, amoebic dysentery, etc. diseases through the vectors. So vectors like a mosquitoes, flies. These are all of the reasons. So through these mosquitoes, they are causing the malaria. All the students well known about the malaria, dengue, yellow fever. So these kind of all the diseases caused through the mosquitoes and flies, like a house flies. So they are cause the typhoid, tuberculosis, diarrhea, dysentery, so amoebic dysentery, etc. These are organisms. This kind of diseases caused through the mosquitoes, right? So these are the through vectors. So this is we call as a vectors through sexual contact. So this is we call as a direct contact, means sexual intercourse. So these kind of diseases will be spread. These examples are the syphilis, AIDS, HIV/AIDS, right? Yeah, syphilis and the HIV/AIDS are the diseases caused through the sexual contact. AIDS, okay, AIDS virus means a human immunodeficiency virus. That is HIV. HIV virus can also spread through the blood transformation. Blood transfusion, right? From infected mother to the her baby, infected mother to her baby during the pregnancy. So, for example, if mother getting any diseases, the baby also maybe suffer from the kind of disease. So also through the breastfeeding means newborn babies, early babies are they're going to take a milk from the mother. So through the breastfeeding also they are getting this kind of disease, mostly HIV, HIV/AIDS. HIV is a virus, AIDS is a syndrome. Yeah, these HIV/AIDS is also transfused through the blood, and not only that, so mother to the baby in the pregnancy time as well as breastfeeding also. So these are the some conditions. So we are going to learn in the future classes regarding that, right? Yeah, this is about the sexual contact, through the sexual contact. So contacts that do not spread the AIDS. So different manners. So most of the people they are, they suffer because of the how the HIV will be spread, how will not. They're getting confusion. So let us discuss this. It is not a contagious disease and it does not spread by the casual contacts such as so different means. So sharing, okay, shaking hands, shake hands. So because of the shake hands, it will not going to attach from the healthy person to the infected person to the healthy person. Okay, coughing, sneezing. So these are also not a reasons. Okay, I mean through the coughing or the sneezing also the HIV will not spread. Kissing, embarrassing. So for these reasons also the HIV will not infect it. Sharing utensils means the things and telephones, etc. Swimming pools, okay, the swimming in the same pools and the using same toilets, etc. It is also will not affect it. Sharing towels, okay, bed sheet, etc. And blood sucking insects like a mosquitoes. For example, mosquito will be suck the blood from the infected person, and it is again suck the blood from the healthy person. So the virus will not spread. Understand? From insect, from infected person to healthy person, the HIV virus will not transmit through the insects like a mosquito, right? Yeah. Crowded transport. Yeah, all the persons will be going in a particular place in the transport like a bus or the train, etc. So crowded transport, etc. So these virus will not spread through it, right? But only the direct contact like a sexual contact as well as blood transfusion and sharing of the blood, etc. Even usage of these syringes, same syringes and blades. Understand? This kind of manners, maybe attachment of the healthy person blood and the infected person blood. So these manners, the HIV will be spread. Otherwise, it will not spread. Understand? Right. Next, through animals, animals to the people. Wash your hands after petting animals. Yeah, most of the pet animals like dogs and cats, right? So actually, the diseases will be spread through animals also, but some kinds. But you have to take a particular precaution. You know, touching any surfaces, they come into the contact with which when they are going to reach to you after the after they are going to touch the organisms or the taking organisms, you have to wash your hands. It is a precautionary thing, right? They given the different examples. Once observe here, the types of diseases, causing factors, and examples. First of all, the airborne diseases. These are the transmitted through air. They are caused by the germs, bacteria, or virus present in the air. So most of the examples. So okay, but examples for the airborne diseases: cold, common cold, tuberculosis, etc. And foodborne diseases. So which are the diseases spread through food materials? Okay, they are caused by the germs like bacteria, toxic. Okay, toxins means poison, virus, fungi, etc. Even spoiled food materials. When we are taking these spoiled food materials, it is also not healthy food. If it is not healthy food, we are getting immediate vomiting. That means it is also a dangerous situation. Okay, it contains the fungus, whatever. So these are present in the food materials. Yeah, food poisoning, typhoid. These also caused through the foodborne diseases. And next, waterborne diseases. Waterborne diseases caused through the water. They are caused by the drinking contaminated water. So not only contaminated water and usage of domestic water also. Yeah, examples for that: cholera, amoebiasis, amoebic dysentery. So these are the examples for the waterborne diseases. Next, lifestyle diseases. So actually lifestyle diseases are they occur because of the poor or the unhealthy lifestyle. If you are not following the proper health and proper lifestyle, so we are getting this kind of lifestyle diseases like a heart diseases like a heart attack, okay, heart strokes, and diabetes, right? These kind of diseases are the lifestyle diseases. And next, vector-borne diseases. So through the vector, so like a mosquitoes, insects, etc. Yeah, they are caused due to the animals that carry the infectious agents from the sick, sick persons to the another person, means infected person to the healthy person. And these animals that act an immediate, okay, actually intermediate, intermediate means a healthy person to the normal person, normal person, sorry, infected person to the healthy person. So these are the intermediate contacts. So which are the infection or the disease are transferred from the infected person to the healthy person, right? So these are the intermediate between the disease causing germs, and people are called the vectors, right? Like a malaria, dengue fever. These are the examples for the vector-borne diseases, sexually transmitted diseases. So these are they caused due to the sexual contact, sexual intercourse from one person to the another. So examples for that: AIDS, HIV/AIDS, and the syphilis, gonorrhea, etc. These are all. Understand? Right. Next, organ specific and tissue specific manifestation. Organ specific, tissue specific manifestation. So, in our body, we have the different kinds of manifestations. So that means it will cause through organs or the tissue or the cells. So those manifestations. Let's continue the organ specific manifestation. When when a microorganism infects the whole organ in a particular disease, so particularly organ, imagine here organ, whole organ in a particular disease is said to be organ specific manifestation. Organ specific manifestation. Okay, for example, if lungs, so lungs are the target sites. Okay, lungs are the target. Then the symptoms of the disease would be cough or the so breathlessness. These are the when lungs are the affected. Lung is a organ, so the symptoms are the cough and the breathlessness. If liver is a target, if liver is a target, so what are the symptoms? So there will be the jaundice. You know jaundice, hepatitis. Hepatitis we call as a here jaundice. As well as if the brain is a target site. So what kind of symptoms we observe that? So those symptoms are the headache, vomiting, fits, unconsciousness. These are all. So it is according to the organ specific. So if the organ is not well and good, maybe the infection caused through the particular organ. That is a organ specific manifestation. And next, tissue specific manifestation. Similarly, like a organ specific manifestation, like these when a microbe infects a specific cells or tissues in organ specific manifestations, it's a particularly organ, whole organ. Here, a specific cell or tissues in the particular disease is said to be the tissue specific manifestation. In organ specific manifestations, it is caused at the whole organ, and tissue specific manifestations it's caused through the cells and the tissues. So, for example, inflammation is due to escape of some chemicals such as a histamine and the 5 hydroxy. Okay, hydroxytropamine from the damaged tissue. Actually, we are using some kinds of chemicals like a tablet, this kind of medicines also. So when we are getting the disease, we are using this kind of substances. So these are act like a drugs also. So it will not cure the disease, but they'll stop the concern. However, there are the a certain common effects. So the immune system, we have the immune system. These chemical compositions of these kind of tablets will not cure any disease, but our immune system will be cure any of the disease. It will be destroy any of the microorganism enter to the body. Yeah, immune system of our body produces the against a foreign particle. It will be produce the antigens and the antibodies interaction. Yeah, which are the cause the infection. Okay, a healthy and active immune system recruits the cells to kill the microbes. If your immune system is great, actually every person have the immune system, but it is according to the immune system. Somebody will be more immune system, somebody will be a less immune system. If you have the more resistance power, means your immune system is more effective, so it will be recruit the cells, so means the antigen antibodies, so then kill the microbes. So which are the microbes present in our body, which of the microorganisms infected the a particular region. So it will be our immune system will be produce the cells. So these cells will be kill the microbes. So these are present in the infected region, right? Okay. This is the process of recruitment. It is known as a inflammation. So certainly, if any kind of microbes enter to the body, it is cause these microbes are the cause the any kind of diseases in a particular area. Then our immune system will be activate and it will produce the antigen antibody interaction. So this recruiting system is known as a inflammation. Understand? Right. Yeah. Organ specific and tissue specific manifestations here. This is causing microbes enter the body by the different means goes to the different organs and the tissues. So let's discuss one by one. So here microbes which enter through nose are likely to go to the lungs. So these are the bacteria which causes the tuberculosis of the lungs. Mostly we're getting the lung diseases, and tuberculosis is also disease. And next, microbes which enter through the mouth are likely to be stay in the our gut. I mean our digestive system, our digestive tract. So bacteria which cause the typhoid. So typhoid, Salmonella typhi is the bacterium. It is cause the bacteria disease or the liver. Bacteria which causes the jaundice. Okay, like hepatitis, etc. So these are the caused in the liver, right? Next, virus which cause AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Yeah. So virus which causes AIDS enter the body. Here AIDS means like HIV virus. HIV virus enter to the body through sexual organs. So during the sexual contact and spreads through the lymph to the all parts of the body. So it is the transport through the our bloodstream and damage the immune system. So these HIV virus will be damage our immune system. If immune system will be damaged, what will happen? There is no recruiting system, means there is no inflammation process takes place. So finally, different kinds of diseases will be caused. I mean, different kinds of microbes enter to the body and they are going to cause the different diseases. So this leads to the AIDS, right? Virus which cause the Japanese encephalitis. So this is Japanese encephalitis, brain fever. We call the brain fever. Enter the body through mosquitoes. By no mosquitoes bite at the same time and goes and the infects the brain. So mosquitoes and Japanese encephalitis, it causes in our brain. So it is caused through the mosquitoes. So these infections are reached to the brain, right? Yeah, let's continue the another. Yeah. Principles of treatment. Principles of treatment. Yeah. The treatment of infectious disease consists of two steps. We have the two steps for the treatment. These are the to reduce the effect of disease. So there is a chance to reduce the effect of the disease. Also with the help of the symptoms. And next, second step is to kill the microbe. So which are the microorganisms entered to the body? We need to kill that organism. So to kill the microbes which cause the disease. So these are the two steps we have. To reduce the effects of disease. This can be done by taking medicines to bring down the effect of the disease like a fever, pain, or loose motions, means diarrhea, etc. And by taking bed rest to conserve our body. So, okay, conserve and the energy. So this is simple. Reduce the effect of the disease. So effect of the disease. How can we reduce? So in the different manner. So to kill the microbes. So how can you going to kill the microbes? This can be done by taking suitable antibiotics, and drugs, which kills the microbes. And this is cured manner. This is another step, right? Here I'm going to say the one of the things here. What is the antibiotic function? So let us discuss later. Principles of prevention. So principles of prevention, we have the two ways of the principles. Those are the general ways and the specific ways. So general ways of the prevention mostly related to the prevention of the exposure to the pathogens. Okay, here maintaining a healthy lifestyles. So maintenance of the proper healthy lifestyles. Okay, next, routine medical checkup. So following the routinely medical checkup is also important. Next, personal hygiene. We need to follow the personal hygiene. We already discussed in the starting. So following the meditation, exercises, food habitual conditions, whatever. Proper nutrition. So these are all of the most of important thing in the general ways and normal ways. And specific ways are the prevention of the specific disease by the specific ways. So this is of our immune system. So activate our immune system. That is the vaccination. Yes, general ways of prevention. So first one is a general ways of prevention. Next, public hygiene is most important for the prevention of the infectious disease. Yeah, public hygiene is the most important for the prevention of the infectious disease. Yeah, public means all the ways we need to follow the good habitual conditions, neatly environment. These are all are the important. Next, proper and the sufficient food for everyone will be make people healthy to resist infection. Proper food habitual conditions and sufficient food materials also. So food habitual conditions is the most important thing to maintain our resistance power. Next, airborne diseases can be prevented by the living in conditions that are not crowded. So mostly airborne diseases transmit through air. So we need to prevent before they are attacked. Generally nowadays we are using the mask. Okay, mask, face mask. So this kind of ways are also necessary. Waterborne diseases can be prevented by providing safe drinking water. So drinking water is also important thing. Okay, we have the different precautions for drinking water also. Okay, taking purified water or boiled water. I mean, first of all, boil the water because of the to kill the microbes, which are the microorganisms present in the water. That is why take the hot water. I mean, hot water means they are already killing the microorganisms. Add chlorine into the water to destroy the microbes. So these are the manners, right? And vector-borne diseases can be prevented by the providing clean environment. If environment is clean, so there is no organisms like insects, I mean like mosquitoes, will not be transmitted, will not be developed. If our drainage system will be more clean and effective, so this kind of organisms will not be developed and it will not transmit or spread the diseases or the infection, right? Yeah. Specific ways of the prevention. Specific ways prevention. The specific ways to prevent the infectious diseases is immunization by taking vaccines. Most important thing is here vaccine. Vaccines, you know, up to 5 years, you also taking the vaccines, mostly polio vaccine, and before different kinds of vaccines like DTT. These are all are the vaccines. That means we are developing our immune system. Vaccines provide immunity from the infectious diseases. Tetanus, diphtheria, whooping cough, mean cough, measles, polio, etc. These are all of the diseases, mostly viral diseases. These are caused through the virus. So against these diseases, we are developing the vaccines. So when we are taking the vaccine, so these are the develop the immunity against these diseases. For example, polio virus is caused the polio disease. So this disease infection is so destroying of our motor neurons in our body. So in the leg part or the hand part, it will be affecting our motor neurons. So we are using the polio vaccine. When we are taking the polio vaccine, our immune system develop the immune cells against the polio virus. So when the polio virus enters to the body, our immune cells will be destroy the polio virus. So that is the power of vaccine. Our body has an immune system which fight, okay, which fights the microbial infection. When the system first see an infectious microbes, it kills the microbes and the members it. So if the microbes enter the body, the next time the response more vigorously. First time is when you're taking the polio vaccine. In that time, it's the first time you're getting the fever. But next time onwards, when the polio virus will enter to your body, so there is no chance to these microorganisms cause the polio disease because of you already developed the immune cells against the polio virus. So automatically our immune cells will be developed and it will be destroy the polio virus. So that is the power of vaccine. No, that is the power of our immune system. So vaccines, yeah, mimic these infectious microbes and strengthens our immune system and protects the body from the infectious diseases. See, this is caused the different. Given the table here, this is caused contact and the prevention. So different manners I given here. So let us discuss. First one, disease, causative organism, mode of transmission, control, and the prevention. Yeah, malaria is a disease. Yes, it is called the microorganism Plasmodium, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium falciparum. These organisms cause the malaria. How it will be transmitted? Yeah, the bite of female Anopheles. Yeah, it is a bite of female Anopheles. Okay, control is a quinine. Quinine is a medicine And prevention, breaking contact between the female anaphylaxis and man, eliminating the anopheles. So first of all, we need to destroy the mosquitoes development. Automatically, it is a prevention method. Control means the quinine. So quinine is a one of the method to, medicine. Quinine is the medicine, but prevention method is most important thing. Prevention is better than cure. We already have a quotation. Prevention is a better than cure. So after the getting the disease, it is a very tough task to destroy the microorganism. But our body cells already it will be destroyed because of the disease. But before the prevention manner, before the getting the disease, we are taking the proper precautions. Our body will be same manner. If already we are getting after we are killing the microbes and the you know curing the disease, it is a tough manner. That means already our immune system will be breakdown. Some kind of organisms or some kind of organs or the cells will be breakdown in our cells, right? Already some kind of body parts will be destroyed because of the disease. So it will not recruit, right? So that is why prevention is better than cure. Okay, let us discuss next one. Diarrhea. So just we call as motions, right? Diarrhea, loose motion. So causative organisms, the protozoans, most of the protozoans like a amoeba, bacteria, virus, these are all cause the diarrhea. Yeah, it will be transmitted through the food and the water. So contaminated food and the water. So for this ORS, oral rehydration solution and the salt sugar solution for this. And next, proper sanitation and personal hygiene is a prevention method for this. And next disease is a cholera. Cholera causes the Vibrio cholera. It is a bacterium. Vibrio cholera is a bacterium. It is caused the cholera. So mode of transmission, so contaminated food materials as well as water. Cholera is also transmitted through the food and water, mostly water. Yeah, it control. Usage of the antibiotics. So remember one point, dear students. Antibiotics. We are using the antibiotics to kill the bacterium. Vaccines to kill the virus. Nowadays we are facing the corona. So that is we need the vaccine. If it is a bacterium, antibiotic is sufficient. Antibiotic function is the antibiotic destroy the cell wall. The antibiotic is destroy the cell wall. That is why cell wall. Most of the bacterial cell wall, they contain the cell wall. The cell wall, when the cell wall is destroyed, the cell will be destroyed. Finally, the bacteria is also destroyed. That is why we are using the antibiotics. Yeah, for this, antibiotics, ORS or the salt sugar solution for this. And prevention is proper sanitation and the vaccination. So it is another thing. And fine. Next, typhoid. So everyone know well about the typhoid. Salmonella typhi is a bacterium. It is caused the typhoid fever, and it is contaminated through food materials as well as water. Okay, control. Use of the antibiotics. Yeah, typhoid fever, use of the antibiotics. And proper sewage system. Our sewage system will be should be proper. Uses of the chlorinated water at the same time boiled water. So it's important thing. Next, tuberculosis, TB, tuberculosis. Mycobacterium tuberculosis is a bacterium causing tuberculosis disease. So these are the transmitted through cough, sneezing droplets. So which are the infected person sneezing droplets or the cough droplets, so contaminated milk, etc. So through this, the tuberculosis will be caused. And the control methods of the uses of the antibiotics, same manner. And prevention is awareness to the maintain the cleanliness in the public places and this is the vaccine for the children. So these are the important for that. Next, hepatitis, jaundice, hepatitis virus, A to Z. So we have the different kinds, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, etc. These are all the different kinds. Yeah, contaminated food and water for the some forms through body fluid for the others, right? The control methods are the reset are the antiviral, antiviral injection. Antiviral injection to food rich carbohydrates. When we are taking the rich carbohydrates in it, this is the control methods. And preventions are the so good sanitation, safe drinking water, use tested blood. Yeah, it is the hepatitis is transmitted through blood also. That is why tested blood, disposable needles and the syringes. Needles and the syringes also important thing, right? And next one is rabies. Rabies is a disease caused through the rabies virus. It is transmitted through organisms like a dog, so bite of the infected animal, like a dog. No cure after the disease develops. If it is cured, no cure after the disease develops. Fine. And next, prevention methods are wash the wound. So, which are the infected portion in our body? So, we need to wash the hand. Next, anti-rabies serum. Anti-rabies serum. Next, course of vaccine shots like injections. Next, pets should be vaccinated. All the pets should be vaccinated. So, which are the pet animals like it should be vaccinated. Next, AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. It is caused through the HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, is AIDS. HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. Yeah, AIDS causes the HIV, so it is transmitted through this infected blood, semen, means sperm cells, milk, mother. Milk means here mother to baby. Milk means mother to fetus, right? It is the transmission of the AIDS. So no cure yet. So up to now there is no cure for the HIV/AIDS, and we don't have the vaccine also for this. Yeah, a combination of the drugs to slow down the progress of the disease. So we are just stopping the development of the disease. So with uses of the different kinds of a combination of drugs, but there is no permanent cure for this. And this is long-term disease, means a chronic disease. Yeah, these are the prevention methods for this. Screening of blood and diagnosis of uses of the disposable needles, syringe, not sharing of blades. We already discussed. These are all of the precautionary methods. Understand? So most important thing, these are all. Fine. And influenza. Influenza is a disease. It is caused by myxovirus. So these symptoms are these cough, sneeze, the droplets. And symptoms are not only that, it is transmitted through these kinds. No cure. This is also, there is no cure, but bed rest, aspirin, and the fluids. So these are provide the reliefment. Yeah, keeping away from the infected person. So that is enough for the prevention method for this. So these are all of the different aspects, right? How penicillin can help fight against the bacteria? So you have to answer the question. Next class, we are going to continue from this, right? Yeah, fine, dear students. Learn well. Observe the video once again. Thank you.